Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to our bold analysis. And today I want to start first by saying thank you very much for 27,000 subscribers. We are on a journey to 50, 6 months, I think 5 months in the game, and we are soaring. Now, I also want to say shout out to Marion Hope. I just realized that she's also one of our subscribers that is always here. I analyzed about the absence of Wycliffe Musalia Mudavadi in Kenya Kwanza rallies. And while it was perhaps understood and it was put in the context of the latest political rallies, but it dates back from the day they launched the manifesto. So, understandably, something happened on the day of manifesto, and because it's going to help us just make an understanding that there was that which Musalia Mudavadi was supposed to deliver on the very day, and perhaps he was not given time. And not given the time that was allocated for that, because William Ruto seems to be the one that ran the show for long. And what Musalia Mudavadi was supposed to deliver, according to some sources, probably there were already some misunderstanding in terms of the protocols. And the woes, or rather the differences between him and the rest of the Kenya Kwanza team seems to have started there. Now, something is happening very interesting in Vihiga, that ANC candidate, after Musalia Mudavadi protested that Oduor was not supposed to field a candidate there, the ANC candidates were instructed by the leadership of the party to make sure that they isolate the UDA ones. And there is a gentleman known as, I think, Sloya, who is vying through the UDA tickets. I think Clement Sloya, who is campaigning, is the UDA MP candidate there. And he had a long post in his Facebook page claiming that Musalia Mudavadi and the team were very hostile. The ANC party was very hostile against their candidature. And that is why even the altercation that happened in Vihiga, where that gentleman was responding to deputy president, it was actually caused by hostility on the side of ANC supporters that do not want the UDA to field a candidate there. I don't want to be defensive, but I was in Vihiga recently, and one thing you point out, on the side of Bunyore, ODM and DAP is more dominant. This is the Bunyore, the Hamisi, the Luanda area. But the Maragoli side, where Musalia Mudavadi comes from, ANC party is a bit strong. ANC party is strong compared to UDA. But I think in the spirit of bulldozing and creating one political party, UDA seems to be running away with some elective seats there. So that happened, and in this video I've come with exclusive analysis on, in the height of all these differences, Musalia Mudavadi flew out of the country and went to Texas. And in the Texas meeting, according to the sources that I've gathered, Musalia Mudavadi was accompanied by Charles Chwea Matoke. This is the deputy party leader of the ANC, Eliud Owalo, who was part of William Ruto's presidential strategist. And by the way, Eliud Owalo is also a fundraiser or a mobilizer. Then he was also accompanied by Simon Gakuru, who is the ANC Secretary General. Now, I want you to look at this photo here. The photo you're seeing on your screen was taken in that hotel, and that hotel there is written, I want you to look at the name of that hotel, Original Texas Streak. Now, if you check that photo, that is a photo that was taken and it was shared in the Facebook page of that gentleman who is the Deputy Secretary General of ANC Party. And I tried to do some fact check. Where was it? I can categorically confirm that if you do a fact check, or rather you Google the place, you will, that the Original Texas Steakhouse if you just Google, you will find out that it is a hotel actually in US, somewhere in Texas, and if you Google this, what you'll find. So just from that, you can categorically confirm that Musalia Mudavadi was in the US. And of course, talking to Kenyans who are subscribers from there, they are more than what catches the eye. The question was, why do you think that Mudavadi will step out of the country at this critical moment where they are at the home stretch of their campaigns? And I think this is the time that William Ruto would need him most in the country. Now, what I've also got is that he allegedly met some American billionaires. George Soros is a Jewish American billionaire, and this will then point out to a meeting that is maybe something on funds. Absence of UDA members in that tour speaks volumes. Charles Chwea, who was with Mudavadi there, was vying for Kisii governors. Was in the Kisii governors race, but was prevailed upon by a deputy president to step down for Ezekiel Machogu, who is the UDA candidate. Then ANC nominated him in the National Assembly. So probably if ANC will get the desired number of seats, that gentleman Charles Chwea, who is the deputy party leader of ANC, will be nominated in the National Assembly through the ANC party. And I think there is something that people need to know in these nomination slots, that they are awarded on order. If kama umejaza number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and the ANC party has been slotted only 3 positions, then they will give the first 3. So wale wengine watabaki. The same way to ODM and ANC and UDA. They will give, if ODM is given 10 seats and they have 13 names, they will give the first 10. That is how Junet Mohammed missed a slot in the Legislative Assembly of East Africa in 2012, because aliweka number 6 and ODM was only given 5 slots. Now, what do you think is Mudavadi's mission abroad? Why did Mudavadi decide to step out at this critical moment? Because I want to say that Mudavadi first is the chief campaigner of deputy president, and the team that is coordinated, he's actually, I want to say, the chairman, I think, perhaps, because the Secretary General of William Ruto's Presidential Secretariat is Nanok, but Mudavadi works in tandem with Nanok, Veronica Maina, the SG of the party, David Ndi, Eliud Owalo, and the team. But then you will see that in this tour, UDA was not there, neither a representative of William Ruto's Presidential Campaign Secretariat. Okay, you will also see that it was a very low-key tour that did not take the attention of many, but I think somewhere UDA have tried to explain the absence of Musalia Mudavadi as that he's out of the country. But is it deliberate that Ruto's agents are not there? Is it exclusively a Musalia Mudavadi affair? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, kindly subscribe to our channel, click the notification bell, and like our video. I want to go directly to say that I see Musalia Mudavadi is trying to consolidate funds, but in the context of ANC party. If there is a party that was very organized even before this election, was ANC, the Musalia Mudavadi command center was very active, very vibrant, receiving politicians and political deliberations each and every day. Then you could see the branding of ANC party, even though it had its own fair of challenges, but they looked that they are very organized. Now Mudavadi seems to have realized, and what I can speculate here is the Kenya Kwanza campaign kitty, if perhaps it is supporting candidates, then it might be supporting UDA candidates, but it is not supporting ANC candidates. So in terms of political preparedness and issues, I think William Ruto, Musalia Mudavadi, he might be in US, or maybe he flew in his capacity as party leader of ANC and solicit for the funds or other affairs of the party. But I also see a possibility that the son of Mudamba simply was taking a sabbatical break from the rallies. It is not a coincidence that since for the last 10 days, since I think two weeks since the sorry, since the launch of UDA Kenya Kwanza manifesto, Mudavadi was out in touch, and William Ruto has not been seeing Mudavadi in his rallies. It is not a coincidence, even though he went to US just the other day, but the absence really speaks volumes. So he could be, because if he could be around and maybe he doesn't attend the rallies but is just around the country within the borders, then it will raise more speculation and it will create part of some division. So this could be a strategy just to develop some cold feet, or how he's developing cold in campaigning for deputy president, and he's just taking a break to make sure that he's not in the scene. There is this narrative of a sick leave. I will not comment on someone's health. Yeah, if that could also be a probability. Now, I want to pursue another feeling or another suggestion that Mudavadi could still be there in the interest of William Ruto's presidency. If that could be the case, then maybe he's trying to gather international support for deputy president. This support will come in forms of in the form of maybe them coming into play when there is a contestation of this election, or just trying to create vigilance, meeting maybe election observers from the other end, maybe from US, that will then help maybe in terms of election. But the UDA and the Kenya Kwanza team that I know would actually not just send Mudavadi as a person. It would be, if it would be that, then you would have seen at least Babu na Mwamba and members of that team. And secondly, such a meeting in the interest of deputy president would actually be magnified in the social media pages. So you'll see Mudavadi, if Mudavadi's visit in US honestly is helping William Ruto's presidency, then you will see Musalia Mudavadi, maybe William Ruto may be posting of an official meeting between Mudavadi and those election observers or so. So this is a possibility, but I think I needed to do this analysis just as a follow-up to my initial take that Mudavadi had withdrawn from the rallies. And I can categorically confirm to you that his chopper was actually still lying at Wilson Airport. And there were those sources, information coming that he's developing a cold feet for the campaigns.